Okay, so part 3. These are all your questions. These are questions you have emailed me, so I hope you're enjoying this. Okay, so the first question comes from Lydia, and she asks, what is Viper like? Viper's awesome. Viper is... It's a high intensity interval training class, so it's a lot of cardio, a lot of plyometric work, things like that. So you've got a lot of punching, kicking, jumping, squatting, lunging. It's a workout that's really going to put your body through it. So funnily enough, probably the hardest class of the week that I actually teach is the majority of people's favourite class of the week. So the music itself is pretty cool. The moves, it's like nothing you've ever done before. Viper, you can check out the videos on YouTube of Viper if you want. But Viper is different. It's very difficult to put into words how and what it's like. It's hard work, but it's fun. We have a laugh, and we can have a bit of a joke around as well with it. So the best thing to do is, if you want to know what Viper is really like, is watch the videos and come along to a class, and don't for a second think that you can't do it. There might be a few moves in it that you can't do, and trust me when I say this, when we first started doing Viper back in sort of December and January, there were certain tracks that we did that the entire class, including myself, struggled to complete. We now do those tracks easy as anything and don't even think about it, purely because the class has made us all fitter and stronger and better. So it isn't a case of you can't do it, it's just a case of you've got to get used to doing it. But by all means, come along to a class. It's wicked fun, as are all the Jungle Body classes. But definitely check out the videos either on the Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, or just search the Jungle Body Viper and there's loads of videos online of it. Okay? But Lydia, by all means, if you want to come along, email me and I will send you a free class pass. Can I lose fat from my bum and not my boobs? No. I'm sorry. It's one of the most gutting things that fitness instructors and personal trainers have to say to people. We cannot specify and spot reduce fat. It will go wherever it wants to go, and it will stay wherever it wants to stay. There are things that you can do in order to increase or improve the shape of a certain type of the body, so a certain part of the body, and that would involve toning exercises. So you can do a lot of toning work on your bum, on your glutes, on your thighs, to try and give it a more defined shape rather than a more squishy shape. But I cannot promise that if you do certain exercises it will make fat go from a certain part of your body. So sorry. Someone's asked, I don't seem to sweat much. Why? Could be could be a couple of reasons. Not being very sweaty is often related to blood circulation. So if your blood circulation is not very good, then you won't sweat much because the blood's not pushing around close enough to the skin to force the sweat out to cool you down. I used to have it where I went through a period of inactivity due to injury, and when I came back, the only place I would sweat from would be the top of my head, and nowhere else would sweat. I'd be bone dry everywhere apart from like my crown. As I've got back into my activity levels and my fitness has come back up and my blood circulation's got better, my heart's better, my fitness is better, I sweat like a pig now. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but as you get fitter you will sweat more because your blood's pumping harder. Okay, so it could just be that you've got slightly weak blood circulation, or you're not as fit as you could be. So what else have we got? In your opinion, what's the best class? Sorry, I can't read my own writing. In your opinion, what is the best class for weight loss? Conga and boxercise. Conga has a mashup of lots of different styles of fitness. So you've got cardio in there, you've got toning in there, you've got dancing in there, you've got floor routines in there. Boxercise, again, it's a high intensity class. It's cardio based, but there's a lot of toning stuff in there. So you've got that mashup of muscular strength and cardio. So it's like interval training. Viper's also good for fat loss, weight loss, just purely because of how hard you work. But it does focus more on your fitness and your toning. So definitely Conga and Boxercise, maybe a smidgen of Viper in there as well. If you're looking for things that are in a gym, Body Pump and Spin as well can be added to that list. Okay. Here's an interesting one. Lesley, you've been in the fitness game a long time. Why don't you open your own studio? I'd love to. Okay. Don't think I don't look at places sometimes and think that would be a brilliant studio and I could live there and it would be fab and I'd love it and everyone could come in and do their PT sessions and massages and classes and it'd all be amazing fun. The main reason I don't is so I can keep classes affordable. I can keep PT affordable. I can keep massage affordable because I don't have huge overheads. Obviously, if I was to open my own studio, classes would need to be really big to cover the cost of the actual rent for the place, plus all the bills and insurances. So the main reason I don't is to ensure that I can keep all of my services affordable for you guys. And obviously not everyone can get to one particular place. So if classes can be in several places, then that's obviously better because it opens them up to a lot more people. Okay, hope that answers that one. But obviously I would love to, and I have thought about it. So maybe watch this space in a few years' time. Lesley, I absolutely love your classes. Is there any chance of having more on the timetable? Yes. I'm currently working on a few things that you won't know about, which is going to be quite exciting. And I'm not saying anything more than that because it will destroy the surprise. But I am looking at bringing a few new classes to the timetable at some point, probably in the summer, maybe June, July. And I will certainly be looking at bringing Tiger into the classes as well. So I know a lot of you have been looking forward to Tiger. Maybe a couple of new Pilates classes, a new Congolo class, and a few other bits and pieces as well. So definitely watch this space. Join the mailing list if you haven't already, to make sure you get updates on when classes are, where they are, and when new ones are starting. Okay, so definitely, yes, more classes. I love to bring it on. Okay, so a lot of these are actually aimed at me personally. So, Lesley, you work out a lot. How do you recover after a workout? How do I recover? Quite simple, really. I relax. I eat lots of meat, lots of protein meat. I have protein shakes occasionally after certain classes, and I make sure I get a really good night's sleep. So part of weight loss, part of health, part of being, you know, good well-being and things like that, having good well-being, is how much you sleep. And if you're only having maybe 3 or 4 hours, maybe even 5 hours sleep a night, it's not enough. 7 to 8 hours sleep a night is ideal, and that is what helps your body recover. So making sure I have a good night's sleep. So I do go to bed some nights really early, but then I do get up really early as well. So it's how I recover is most definitely protein, good healthy diet, lots of veg, lots of high protein, high mineral, high vitamin content food, protein shakes on occasions, good night's sleep, and I allow my body to recover. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What can I do to reduce bingo wings? Good question. There's a lot of ladies out there who want to reduce this little flabby bit under the arm. Best thing you can do is tone up your triceps. So your triceps is this muscle along the back of your arm, and it's where that flab generally hangs down from. So if you can do a class like burn or body pump or something where you're toning the muscles in your arms, then that's going to help with the reduction of bingo wings. Okay,